Okay, I am back. It has been a hectic few days, but hopefully we're ready for another one. Let's go. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Caroline. So in today's video, we're going to look at managing your emotions after a competition and how to sort of plan for progress for anyone's in the future. Now, if you've just come back from a long skating competition weekend, and if you're feeling maybe a little bit defeated, or if you're feeling on top of the world, then hopefully this video is for you. So those of you that have competed in skating competitions before will know the feeling of emotions being all over the place. So one minute you can be proud, the next minute you might be focusing on a mistake that you've had. I've definitely been there, and when I used to come off the floor, I'd be thinking about maybe I put my toe stuck down, maybe my edges weren't clear enough, maybe I wobbled a little bit, and sometimes those negative thoughts can overshadow the whole day. But through this experience, I've learned something really important, and that is to acknowledge the emotions that you're feeling, but don't feed into the negativity. It's okay to feel disappointed, absolutely, but please don't let it define your entire performance or your day. So instead, I would really try to take a deep breath, take a step back, and just remind yourself that you have put yourself out there today, and that already makes you a winner. I mean, you've been brave enough to go out on the floor and do your best, and that in itself is amazing. Celebrate your courage. Let's not forget to celebrate your wins, whether they are big or small. Maybe your loop jump was clean, maybe you did pretty good edges, your posture was a little bit better, your performance was a little bit better. So even if it's not a tangible trophy like a medal or anything like that, these small wins also count, so make sure that you celebrate them. Performance without self-judgment. So when you are ready, and I mean really, really ready, make sure that you go back and watch your performances. But try to do it how a coach might do it. So make sure that you are objective, make sure that you're kind, and really focus all of your comments on progress. So when I used to watch my videos back, my performances, I would absolutely pick them apart for everything that went wrong with them. But if you're strict with yourself and you have this mindset, this can be incredibly beneficial for you, and you can learn so much from it. So when you're watching these videos back, ask yourself things like, what felt good? Where did I lose focus? Where did the timing maybe affect my edges? Were my edges deep enough? Was my choreographing coming through clearly? All sorts of things like that. So something that I really advise that you do when you're watching these videos back, or just in training in general, is to keep notes, not as a way of punishment, but a list of growth and a way to look back at things with some context rather than just judging a movement. It's a really good way to compare where you were to where you are now. And yeah, just something that is a really useful tool for progression. Planning for next time. Okay, so now comes my favourite part, which is setting goals for your next season or your next competition. This is where emotions turn into actions. The first thing that I would love for you to do when you're goal setting is pick, firstly, 1 to 2 technical goals. So these can be things like improving my landing on my flip jump, creating deeper edges on my chop tour, doing a clean cluster sequence, anything like that where it's involved solely on your technique in skating. So the next goal that I would love for you to pick out is a performance goal. So these can be things like showing a better connection with the music, showing better facial expressions, doing better arms in my choreographic sequence, for example. Anything where there is performance involved should be included here. So the last goal that I would love for you to pick out, and one of the most important ones in my opinion, is a mental goal, and that can be something like, I want to be calm before I go on the rink, or I want to make sure that I'm smiling through my performance and enjoying it. So anything with the mental aspect involved should be included. So the most important thing to remember when setting your goals is to make sure that they are doable, make sure they are manageable, and don't overload yourself. Try to check in with your goals every 3 weeks or so and see how you're getting on, and just remember, you're not trying to recreate yourself, you're just trying to refine and grow from these goals. So don't try and wipe the slate clean and invent a new you don't need to do that, you're just adding on to what you've already got and improving. Managing success and handling pressure. So one thing not many people prepare you for is what happens when you win or you do skate really well. Now, I remember when I was younger and I was doing really well, all of my dances seemed to be going fantastically and I'd won medals, and yeah, I was really thrilled with my performance. But it wasn't long after that that a little voice would creep in and say, how do I keep this up? How do I manage this for next time? So it's normal to feel like that after you've had a win. A lot of people will start to think how they're going to measure up the next time they skate. But I think it's really important to make sure that you celebrate your wins with no strings attached. I mean, if you've done a great skate, it doesn't mean that you've achieved perfection. It just means that all of your hard work has aligned on that day, and you should be able to celebrate it with no strings attached. So yeah, really enjoy it and let that moment sink in. So once it has all sunk in, don't start letting perceived pressure build up. So instead of thinking, now I have to go and win again, try to think, now what is possible for me? You know you can achieve it, so what else can I do? Instead of thinking of it as a burden, try and use this win as motivation to see what is possible. So just remember, when you go to your next competition, it's not that you're trying to defend your title, it just means that you're continuing your journey. Let each performance that you do stand on their own, and don't let that perceived pressure build up. Try to let your past performances and successes give you confidence and not pressure. Alright, so I know it's really easy to get caught up in thinking about everything you didn't do on the day. But what about everything that you did do? You showed up, you tried, and you kept going. And in my opinion, that is a win worth celebrating every single time. Alright, so if you found this video helpful, then please make sure to go ahead and give it a like. That would be amazing. Or maybe share it with a skater that you feel like needs a little post-competition pep talk. That would also be amazing too. And let me know in the comments what some of your biggest wins are, or maybe what you're working on next. I would love to know. And remember everyone, be kind to yourself, keep moving forwards, and I will see you on the next one.